So I think we might have seen one of the most ridiculous fines in the history of the NBA. We have seen what is one of the most ridiculous things I think I have ever seen. And it is the LaMelo Ball fine yesterday. He got fined 100K. And what do you reckon, like, if you're looking at some fines? If you're looking at, say, what Rudy Gobert fined. What did Rudy Gobert get fined? Draymond Green get fined for choking out Rudy Gobert. Less than 100 grand. It was less than 100K. How much do you guys think that what's his name got fined? Like Gobert got fined for accusing the NBA of being rigged. 100K. And I'm pretty sure that was the highest fine ever for like criticizing a ref. I think Anthony Edwards 50K was the most before that. Draymond or Rudy Gobert got it 100K. LaMelo Ball got 100K fine for saying no homo in an interview. Like, come on. Come on. Like, come on. Like, we can question or not. We can have a discussion about the like general use of that phrase in society or whether or not it should be used. The reality is it's not something that it's not something that I ever really used at any stage in my life, but like 100K, one of the biggest fines in NBA history for those two words, and derogatory comments made, like come on. I'm pretty sure Roy Hibbert, I think, said the same thing. I'm pretty sure Jokic only got fined like 10K for saying the same thing. LaMelo got to be careful what NBA sends. Oh, dear Lord, I'm not going to read out that. Woke NBA, whatever. It's such a like big fine for something so small. Like, what, did Ballsack Sports say something about it? I know Ballsack Sports, they probably made that as a joke tweet. And it was right. So, like, it's just, the inconsistencies when it comes to the NBA fines are mental. They're absolutely mental. That's the problem, where it's like you can literally beat the crap out of somebody. You can get no suspension. You can choke somebody out and nothing happens. Like, you can do a Draymond and you can choke a guy out. Nobody bats an eye. But dare you say those two words, $100,000. $100,000. I repeat, $100,000. That is one of the genuinely, like, the dumbest fines I've seen, where it's like, if you wanted to fine him like $5,000. This is one of those fines where you're like, okay, just go and just give him a fine just as like a, oh, this isn't right. Give him like a meaningless fine. Give him a $5,000 fine, and just so that he knows, just don't do it again. Maybe they're trying to say that, oh, he makes so much money that 100K doesn't is going to do that. But the problem is that you've now set the precedent of this fine. And while this fine doesn't matter that much for LaMelo Ball, like, it doesn't matter much for him, you have now set the precedent that, like, if anyone has a, for lack of a better word, probably anyone has a slip up or says something that they probably shouldn't say, like, they're now going to be fined 100 grand. What if the player is only making? You've set that precedent. What if a player on a min contract says that? You've set the precedent. It's 100 grand. What if they're only making 500 grand for the season? You've set it 100 grand. You've set the precedent. It's ridiculous. It is absolutely ridiculous. And again, I don't think what LaMelo Ball said was right. He should 100%, and I mean this, the guy should 100% watch what he says. LaMelo Ball has no filter, which obviously does not bode well for being in the NBA where it is a league that is ultra reliant on sponsors. It's ultra reliant on getting money from TV deals. It's ultra reliant on that type of stuff, and you don't want to be a brand risk. I get it, and LaMelo Ball might be a brand risk, but it's the precedent that it's set. It is the precedent that they've now set. The fine numbers are getting outrageous because, yes, I get it. LaMelo Ball is on a max deal, but like, what happens then if they give someone that's not on a max deal for doing something similar a $5,000 fine because they don't want to freaking bankrupt them? They don't want to make them pay their whole freaking salary. And then people are like, well, you fined LaMelo Ball $100K for this. So it's just so weird because it's like, it was the same thing in the playoffs last year with the Jamal Murray. When Jamal Murray did this, when he threw the ice pack on the court and then did this to the refs, and I'm like, he didn't get suspended at all. He didn't get fined at all, I don't think, in the playoffs. But Rudy Gobert just does this in the regular season. It's $100K. You're like... And I don't like Rudy Gobert. Like, I think it's really hard to like Rudy Gobert. And I don't mean as a player. I like Rudy Gobert as a player. I don't think it's easy. Like, I don't understand how people can like Rudy Gobert the person. But, like, still, you can point out hypocrisy when hypocrisy is happening. And that's an issue with the league, with its fines, where it's like, man... Draymond Green can choke, and Draymond Green, someone who gets fined for anything, he can choke a guy out and get fined less than this. Like, guys can assault people and get fines for less than this. And I'm not even joking. Like, you can literally like get assault a guy on a court and get a fine less than saying those two words that LaMelo Ball said. And look, again, I'm not trying to say nothing should have happened. I'm not trying to say LaMelo Ball is completely in the right, but come on. Come on. And that's all I can say is come on. Especially because those two words have been said by multiple other NBA players, and I think they might have been fined, but obviously not even in the vicinity of $100,000. Man, I'm sorry. If for almost all of us, if we made that in a year, we'd be sorted. I'm not living in luxury, but if you're making $100K a year, most places in the world, you're living comfortably. You're living pretty comfortably. But anyway, yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, a bit of a crazy situation, and the NBA this year has it's been like a fever dream. That's the only way I can describe the NBA this season. Like, I don't even know. I really don't know how to describe it. But yeah, that's the video. See you guys tomorrow, maybe, or maybe later today.